Hey everybody, welcome to Behind the MasterMinds. We're Escape the Rumors and I am Brandon.
And this is Cece. Welcome to episode 63 of Behind the MasterMinds. And I hope you guys are hungry today because we brought you guys some Puzzlesnacks.
Yeah, I'm literally I'm still hungry from playing there. Some of the puzzles in there.
And then before we get to the yummy snacks, puzzles, let's see who is the winner to Enigmailed upgraded Undeliverable game, which includes a bar of yummy chocolate.
Another yummy snack. Wow,
Yeah.
and you can solve it and get straight to the chocolate once
That is true.
You gotta earn your chocolate.
I usually eat the chocolate first and then I solve it.
See, she didn't earn her chocolate. You have to earn your chocolate.
Let's do the winner.
All right, who's feeling lucky for Enigmailed? Here we go.
All right.
Who's it?
Experimental chaos.
Experimental chaos. Congratulations. I don't know if that's
their YouTube handle. So
Mr. Chaos, Mrs. Chaos, Miss Chaos, or I don't know, but congratulations on that. All right, now it is time for our special guest, Eric Berlin. How are you doing today, sir?
Very good. Nice to meet you both.
Eric is the author of the Winston Breen series of mysteries for children, The Puzzling World of Winston Breen, the Potato Chip Puzzles. More snacks. I'm gonna get hungry throughout this episode.
Wow.
And The Puzzler's Mansion, which together have been nominated for over a dozen state reading awards. He has talked about the joy of puzzles and creative thinking in his visits to schools around across the country. Eric has had dozens of crosswords and other puzzles published in the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, the Los Angeles Times, and many other places. And he's created live puzzle events for both kids and adults and has had work commissioned by the American Crossword Puzzle Tournament, the Connecticut Library Association, the Trivia Championships of North America, the New York City Museum of Mathematics, and more.
You have no fingers accounting.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to start using my toes. In 2015, Eric founded Puzzlesnacks, which provides a weekly pencil puzzle to hundreds of beginner and intermediate solvers across the world. A collection of his puzzles was published by Simon & Schuster, and that's what we're here to talk about today.
Yes.
All
right, so we're going to start with our first question. What an exciting resume, by the way. We're going to start with, are crosswords your bread and butter type of puzzle designs, or was what you've started initially something different in your puzzle?
Crosswords are where I started, and crosswords is where most people who are interested in weaving words together should start. Your basic 15 by 15 crossword, or even smaller than that. If you're interested in starting the hobby of puzzle construction, get yourself some graph paper and start trying to weave the words together. This goes across, this goes down, and start trying to figure out the pattern of consonants and vowels. I sat down in, I guess it was 2001 or so, 2000, having just been fired from my .com jobs. And I said, I want to learn how to make a crossword so I could sell one puzzle to the New York Times just to say I did it.
Yeah.
And it took me a summer because I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have any of the electronic resources that are so widely available now.
Yeah.
I just sat there on my porch with graph paper and a pencil and a giant reference book that you could look up, all right, I need a 5-letter word where the third letter is J. Flip. Ridiculous reference books that now you can do it in 2 seconds online.
Right.
And that puzzle did get sold, but I didn't stop there.
Wow. I'm curious though, when you were talking about searching online, sometimes I think about that too. What if I needed a J being in the third place? Do you have any suggestions on how to do that search?
Oh, yes. Because I do that every day of my life in one form or another. There's a website called onelook.com.
Oh, spelled out one look, O-N-E look?
O-N-E look.com.
Okay.
It's basically a word finder. You put in question marks where you don't know the letter. You can put in an asterisk for an overall wild card. And it'll give you back every word in the world, some of them very obscure, but you can search, you can sort by popularity, and that'll put all the words that are really words at the top of the list.
Oh.
And that's a good way to work. Another slightly more complicated but more powerful tool is called CAT, QAT.
QAT.
QAT. Okay.
QAT. If you Google CAT and Word Finder, it'll take you there.
Okay.
And this uses I wouldn't go so far as to say a programming language, but you're basically programming this thing to say, give me back these words that fit the following qualifications. So that's a good deal past what OneLook can handle. And once you get the hang of how to use CAT, you can use it to do a great many different word finder-y kind of things. And hardly a day goes by that I'm not on one or both of those websites.
I think you probably have it in your favorites, like just ready to go.
I type a Q in my browser bar, and yeah, you want CAT. I know that. All right, we're good. We're on our way there.
Nice. So I think like that's really good resources for creators out there.
Oh yeah.
If you're a word puzzle person, you already know about those websites. If you want to be a word puzzle person, learn those websites.
Nice.
And I typed it in the comment section for anybody that wants to take a look at that. Don't look at it now though. It's all about Eric. So look at it later.
Yes, for sure. So tell us about your early works. Were they mostly for children?
No, my early puzzle work.
Yeah.
No, I started off. I mean, the New York Times was my first stuff. I was making puzzles for the New York Times back in in the early 2000s, and then I got the idea for Winston Breen. I wanted to write a book that 12-year-old me would have gone crazy about if I had found it on the library bookshelf. I wanted to write a mystery packed with little puzzles to solve all along the way. And once I had that idea in my head, I was hooked, and I couldn't rest until I finished the book. And then it actually sold, which was a nice little surprise. And then I wound up talking, I thought that the highlight of that experience would be one day I would see the book on a bookshelf in a bookstore somewhere. I didn't realize about the whole thing with school visits. I got to travel around the country and talk to kids about creative thinking and puzzles, and I got to do a little game show with them in every presentation that I made. And I started making puzzles for kids to bring with me, like a little mini puzzle hunt. Right. I mean, you guys are escape room, fans. A puzzle hunt, I don't know how much you do in terms of traditional pencil and paper puzzle hunting. Is that something you guys have done?
Somewhat. We've done a couple of those, yeah.
Okay. So basically, a puzzle hunt is an escape room on pieces of paper and a pencil. You still got the teamwork. You still have the camaraderie and the aha moments. Mm-hmm. It's just not as much running around and manipulating physical objects in a room. Right. And I love giving the aha moment and teaching team solving skills to kids. So I brought little puzzle hunts with me to my school visits, and that's how I got into making puzzles for kids on a more regular basis.
That's so great. Well, we love having the aha moments and experiencing them.
Of course, who doesn't?
Sure. And I know that you have an interesting story to tell in terms of how Puzzlesnacks came about, since we read about that in your intro section of the book. But tell our audience what inspired you to create this book.
Are you speaking of how it began as puzzles for kids?
With for your daughters? Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I started. My daughter is 19 now and leaving for college next week, which is really weird for me. But she and I have solved puzzles, basically since she could hold a pencil. And she would solve the Monday New York Times crossword with me, writing in the words that she would know. And she always knew a few at the age of 6, but she couldn't solve a Monday New York Times puzzle at that point. So I started making puzzles for kids where it was nothing but vocabulary that kids would know or could figure out from the crossing letters.
Right.
Maybe some kids would need a nudge here and there, but they would have a more of a fighting chance than with your typical newspaper crossword.
Right.
And I made this available. I started a little side gig called Puzzle Your Kids. I would ask people when they subscribed, are you a kid? Are you a parent? Are you a teacher? And I was getting people who would basically say, they were basically saying to me, I am none of these. I am not a kid. I'm not a parent. I'm not a teacher. And they would do that by saying, I'm a kid. I am 47 years old.
Aw. Oh, kid.
Kid at heart.
And I started getting a lot of these. I'm like, oh, maybe these are actually appealing to adults as well. So I rebranded to Puzzlesnacks, and I give it to everybody, kids, adults, anybody who wants some innovative, they feel they've solved enough crosswords. Let's see what else is out there.
Yeah.
That's when they come to me.
I wish crosswords were enforced more in schools. Just
you mean as homework?
Well, no,
is that more fun?
Well, it is great for memorizing vocabulary words and the meaning for them. And I think teaching that way, it's a little bit more interactive. And absolutely. I wish they put a lot more of that in the school.
The puzzle handouts that they give in a typical classroom are either word seeks. I have nothing against word seeks, but they're not the most get your brain going sort of puzzle. And not crosswords, but those skeleton crisscrossy kind of things. It's like 10 words that connect in 5 places, and that's it. Boring, and there's no aha moment. It is strictly a vocabulary lesson.
Right.
There's no figuring out a word, rather know it or you don't. They can do a lot better. And I'm really pleased because Puzzlesnacks is used in a lot of different gifted programs around the country. There's a school down in Frisco, Texas that I start to feel like I'm half the curriculum. They send me pictures all the time of their kids solving the puzzles. It's really great.
Wow, that's great that he's able to use that in educational purposes. For sure.
Your puzzles and Puzzlesnacks are like crosswords on steroids. There's so many different formats and arrays of
Well, you're a big fan of crosswords.
Well, I love crosswords already, but the way that you get to add multiple steps to solve it instead of just here's the crossword puzzle, put in the letters. Now there's something additional that happens after that. It's just
I want that. We've all done enough crosswords. I don't want to disparage crosswords because I like crosswords. I do crosswords every day, but that's not the end of the road on word puzzles. And it doesn't have to. And the puzzles that have a little extra spice to them in one way or another do not necessarily need to be for the most elite solvers. They can be brought to beginners and intermediate solvers, and that's the target I'm shooting at here.
Yeah,
great. And I was wondering, because you were talking about your daughter being like a big inspiration in creating this, but did she have any contribution to any of the puzzle designs, like the creations and words? And
not so much on Puzzlesnacks. She's grown into more of a logic puzzle sort of person, and a video game logic sort of person. And the when I'm solving puzzles with her these days, odds are we're in an escape room together. She's my escape room buddy.
Aww.
But that being said, this year is devoted to a single gigantic puzzle project called the MIT Mystery Hunt.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Do you know the Mystery Hunt?
Yeah,
we do.
We know a couple of people that are participating too. We haven't participated, but we know some people that are and have.
My team won this past January.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. If that's the word you're looking for.
But now you're passed on with this torch.
It gives us the responsibility of putting on next year's hunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that is keeping a great many of us very, very busy. And delightfully, my daughter is on the team as an artist, and she and I have co-authored a couple of puzzles. And I'm just I can't even tell you how happy it makes me that there's going to be a puzzle in the hunt by Eric and Leah Berlin. It overjoys me.
That's so great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So is it hard to switch on and off in terms of difficulty level and when puzzle designing for kids versus adults?
Yes. In a word, yes. I mean, I make easy, accessible puzzles. It's what I enjoy doing. But as I just said, this year is devoted to making some of the hardest puzzles I know how to make. because that's what the MIT Mystery Hunt is for. It's for
Yeah.
huge teams of really, really smart people coming together to solve. I mean, some of the puzzles are just completely insane. I'm talking about puzzles from past year, and I'm talking about the puzzles that teams are going to face in 2022. And my puzzles are just not like that. It takes a lot of effort for me to bring those puzzles up to where they need to be for this event. It's like speaking a completely different language.
Yeah.
But I'm working at it.
A lot of the researches are going to be put in for that then.
A lot of the what?
A lot of research has to be done for the.
Sometimes a lot of research. You don't want it to be too grindy. You want it to be a puzzle, not a research project.
Right.
But sometimes you got to get the data into the spreadsheet, and that requires some research. Yes, absolutely. But still, there has to be a puzzle. There should darn well be an aha moment. You want the full puzzle satisfaction every single time.
I'm excited. I really want to check out the event this year.
Yeah. Now that we know that
it's going to be a good show, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, especially now that we know it's coming from you, and this is probably
and we have a little back end if we needed to, ask for something.
Everything that happens with the mystery hunt is top secret.
Top secret.
And it's there are things I would love to talk about, but I cannot talk about. So we should move on to a different subject before I screw up royally.
Yeah.
See, if we were to play Think or Drink with him,
not right now.
Some alcohol.
Yeah, maybe a little later. No, he can't. So when you design puzzle for papers like the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, are there any restrictions on words you can or can't use?
Well, sure. You don't want to get too R-rated. You don't want to. There's an old maxim in crossword puzzlers world about the breakfast table test. They're sitting down with the crossword while they solve breakfast. They don't want to see the word urine. They just don't.
No.
So you're not going to put that in your crossword, and that's just one. That is the most G-rated of the many words I could have said in that sentence.
Yeah, I think breakfast table or not, I still would not want to see it, no matter where I am.
Exactly. So there's a lot of words that it's a crossword is a form of entertainment. There are some edgy crosswords out there, but they're branded as edgy, and you know what to expect going into them.
Yeah.
For a standard mainstream crossword, there are words that you do not expect to see, and you should not expect to see, and you steer clear of them. It's supposed to be entertaining. You're not trying to shock anybody.
Yeah.
So for the Saturday ones, I know it's the hardest. So do you have to actually do research to get some of the super rare words out there for that?
No, it's not. Well, that's not really how it works. That first puzzle I made, I sat with graph paper and a pencil and tried to put words together. Basically nobody does it that way. Maybe one or two people still work on graph paper, but nearly everybody uses software, and that software feeds from word lists that the constructor maintains. So you don't sit down. I intend to make a Saturday. What Saturday-ish words do I want to use? You've already thought about that when you maintained your word list that your software is using.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also, super rare words aren't that interesting anyway. You want to fool the solver through tricky cluing and interesting new phrases, not a bird from the 19th century that hasn't been seen in crosswords in a while. There's no joy in
a dodo
crossing letter.
Yeah.
You want up to the minute stuff that's in the language, and you want to clue ordinary words in interesting ways. That's a Saturday puzzle. It's not a matter of sticking, super obscure stuff in there at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, for sure. I guess if you guys love crossword puzzles like we do, and you love the little twist and turn and spice Eric has added into this world, literally felt like we were on a roller coaster, no? That's what I felt
It definitely felt like a roller coaster, especially with all the twists and turns. Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, that's what
ups and downs. Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're talking about like filling words with spirals, like diagonals, knowing the words but not knowing where the letters are going to, how many are in each boxes, connecting words with similarities, and much more. It's like crossword wonderland. That's me.
Definitely.
That's how I feel.
The Six Flags of crosswords.
I should get a sponsorship. I'd never even occurred to me.
Yeah. So if you want to have a chance to try some of his puzzles for free before buying the book, you're in luck because he's giving away 6 months subscription to his Puzzlesnacks.
Wow.
That you can try. This is digital, right? It's online. That's going to be sent.
It is emailed to subscribers as a PDF. It is actually a pencil puzzle. You print it out and you put it on your clipboard and you solve it. But it comes to you via email.
Okay. And it's like a monthly letter that gets sent out.
Weekly.
Oh,
Ooh.
weekly. Wow.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah. 6 months subscription to weekly puzzles. Type in, send me on a puzzle coaster. That's me.
All right. Yeah.
To be entered into this amazing raffle. And we're going to draw that lucky winner 2 episodes later.
Yeah, 65. Episode 60. Wow.
Oh,
yeah, episode 65.
And then catch up to me and tell me where it's going and so forth.
Yeah, for sure.
I
Absolutely.
didn't quite get that. Now I get it. All right.
I tried.
And then just as an FYI, actually in our review, I stated that the next time that we're on a plane, I will be packing this with me on the plane. So I have something to do. And on my tray table.
He's gonna be like, you mean you didn't finish this yet?
No,
I felt like half of it
we're
already.
playing it. Yeah, we're not playing it like straight through. We're saving some for our next plane ride. Wait,
what happened?
something's happening.
Ooh,
Something.
another cryptic
Something
message.
is happening. Eric, something came in for you. We're gonna have to play it for you, and just tell us what you think. Are you ready? I'm just gonna. All right, so let's just play.
All right, Puzzlesnacks, the creator of Sultans of Solve here. We have a puzzle for you. It's inspired actually by a puzzle that was in our game, The Clockwinder, but with a new twist for you. It is called Bookends, and essentially you will find clues. The instructions will be written on the sheet given to you, but you will find clues, and each answer will be a 2-word phrase. And those 2 words must begin and end with the same letter. So, for example, if the clue was a rug for a feline, it might be a cat carpet, both of which begin with a C and end with a T. If you do it correctly, the circled letters on the sheet will spell out a phrase. So it's kind of a nice little self-check for you. Good luck.
That was it. Did you get the answer already?
I was trying desperately to read what was on the screen.
So
Am I gonna see that again?
we're gonna have our IT team be able to put it on a screen so that you can and still pause it so we can look at it.
Yeah.
But we'll do that later. Just
So our audience will be able to also help.
Yeah. But we did find out where it came from, and I think it was in the video. But just as an FYI, the cryptic forward, the source came from Sultans of Solve.
Our La Pasta guest.
And I think they're a new company that has been
amazing, fun puzzles for sure. Also another puzzle box.
All right.
So we'll bring that back in a bit.
One more time, just if you want to enter the raffle, the secret phrase is "Send me on a puzzle coaster."
Woo, okay.
Here we go.
So you mentioned working on tournaments and competitions before. How do you usually design for those events? Like any kind of thought process that goes through?
You usually start at the end. You know, you have your theme. What do I want this theme to be? And what do I want, therefore, the final amusing answer that is going to be the really nice punchline that wraps it all up? What do I want that to be? And in an escape room, the big finale is the door has opened. I don't have that luxury. I need a joke. I need a punchline, essentially.
Right.
Having done that, I figure out what that final puzzle is going to be, and then this is the meta puzzle.
Yep.
All the other puzzles are going to feed answers into that meta puzzle. So I wind up having designed that meta puzzle. I now have a set of answers, and now I want to take each answer and try to come up with a puzzle that fits the theme and we'll get them to this answer in a way that makes sense.
Right.
And that's pretty much how I do it.
Kind of sounds like Sultans of Saul's message that he just loved him.
Yeah.
In the meta
A
puzzle.
little bit.
Oh yeah. I mean, it could be something as
Simple as that, yeah.
as simple as circles in the thing. I try to do a variety of different extractions, as we say in the puzzle biz. This might have letters and circles. This might be trace out the letters. You're going to be tracing paths. Oh, I'm writing letters. Oh, okay, I see. That you need a different way of arriving at the answer each time.
Right.
And for large things, that can be tricky. You start running out of extractions.
Yeah.
So I know you also said this book is for beginners and intermediate players. What starting age do you think is appropriate?
8 or 9 years old. I usually say 9, but I know I've got 8-year-old subscribers who they solve with their families. If you like solving puzzles with your kids, if you like co-solving with your kids, you can start younger than 9, and it'll be just like the way I used to co-solve with my daughter when she was 6.
Right.
The kids write in the words that they know, and you guide them along the way. Somewhere around 10 or 11, that's when they can probably solve most of a puzzle snack puzzle on their own with maybe a nudge. And then 12 or up, they should be okay, if they're enjoy reading and enjoy words. I mean, it's hard to say every 12-year-old can solve my puzzles. That's not true.
Nice. I think for the kids, I love that the kids these days. Like if you give them some other activities too, rather than just staring at computers and video games.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting way to get them to think and you sit down and think with patience to solve. Because there is some sort of and they feel rewarded, like oh, I got that. Wow, okay, I can do this.
And then you get a snack after.
That's very important. Yeah, that is very important.
I
think there's a lot to be said for the fact that you have to print this out and get a puzzle and sit down away from the iPad to solve it. I keep thinking about making like an app or whatever, but besides not really knowing how to go about doing that, I think there's a purity to a good old-fashioned pencil puzzle. Get away from the screens, do that this way instead.
Yeah. See, Lion Tree
Media said my daughter is 7, and even though she's not great at it, she loves puzzles.
Well, you gotta get the book so you can start training.
Yeah.
This is perfect. And you sit with your kid and you go through the puzzles. Some of them are easier than others. Even in the Puzzlesnacks book, there will be some puzzles that even a 7-year-old can complete most of, I think. They're not frequent, but they're there. Yeah. And even the other ones, she will be able to contribute. And that's awesome. That's how it begins. That's how you stoke the puzzle love.
Yeah.
And then, as you mentioned before, there were like so many types of puzzle design that we, discovered in the book: the pinwheels, the cross anagrams, the 2x2s, the zebra crossing spirals. Which one do you think is the hardest to design, and why?
The hardest to design. Let me take a look here. I don't know the answer to that question.
I don't remember what I designed.
I mean, this one's a tough one. Riddle in the middle. There's the ones that require punny answers in letters with letters that go in just the right places so you can form words around them.
Yeah.
I stopped making that. I just couldn't do it anymore. I made like 3. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Himself.
Aside from that, there's a puzzle in here called Bits and Pieces that not only has a final answer, so you need something that is punnily related to the puzzle and just the right length. But then it has to be, every answer word has to be anagrammed into a 3-letter word and a 4-letter word with an extra letter. And I don't like to repeat words very often from one puzzle of the same type to the next. Mm-hmm. So once I use the word dynamite in one Bits and Pieces, I don't want to use it again later on. And so that too has gotten very difficult to construct, and I don't do that
Well, hopefully that one stays, because I really enyed that one.
Yeah.
It was like a meta puzzle in itself.
It's a fun puzzle, but it's
absolutely.
It's got very hard to construct.
Yeah.
Well, Karen Kate said that her kid loves it when she beats me to the solution.
We all love that. Right?
Yeah, we've seen her.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
definitely.
She was very proud of herself.
I got an email from a parent who said that she starts the puzzle and then leaves it on the kitchen counter like, oh, I couldn't finish this or whatever. And her kids come and finish it and they feel really great about it. She's
Clever.
dating them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Clever.
very, very tactful. Definitely a good way to get them to be the
They
hero.
throw on,
Come in.
on the floor
Actually,
or something and be like, ooh,
we
what's
had this
that?
conversation in the past with I can't remember what her name was, but she designs games for kids, and then she was saying how to get her kids involved, she would start a puzzle and then let them come in and feel like the hero and solve it and finish it, and then they feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
So it's an amazing feeling and one that should definitely be cultivated at every possibility, every opportunity.
But Karen Jonathan actually beats her to this.
Yes.
Okay.
She doesn't need to start it. She's just like, yeah.
Nice. Well, you also mentioned some upcoming events you're working on, which includes the 2022 MIT Mystery Hunt, but also a puzzle event at the New York's Montauk Mountain House.
Oh yes, that's true.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
This is fun. So Will Shorts, the editor of the New York Times crossword, actually he doesn't run it anymore, but for years and years he ran an event at Mohonk, which is like this huge. If you don't know what Mohonk Mountain House is,
We've been there before. The hiking trail. Yeah. We've been to the hiking trail.
Gorgeous place. It's like a landlocked cruise ship. I mean, it's all, you've got it's like a hotel, and you get they feed you 3 meals a day, but it's on these beautiful grounds. You can hike around through the gardens. They have all these activities. But in the late November or so, mid-November, it's a little bit slower time. The peak periods there are in the spring and the summer, and so they have special event weekends.
Mm-hmm.
And for years and years, they have run the Wonderful World of Words, where a whole bunch of language nerds and puzzle nerds come together and play games all weekend and solve puzzles. And there is a puzzle hunt that for years and years was run by my friend Greg Pliska. And now Greg Pliska has taken over running the event itself, and he handed off the puzzle hunt to me. And that makes me very happy, because then I get to go there with my family, and I get to run a puzzle hunt for people. So this is going to be it's in mid-November. I don't remember exactly when. If you're interested in this, it's in New Paltz, New York, in mid-November sometime, a weekend in November, and it's a lot of fun. They bring in a lot of guest speakers to talk about different things related to words and language. They're always really interesting conversations. The people there are always interesting to hang out with. I can't wait to go back.
Yeah.
So if you have the information where, I'm assuming it's like a public event, anybody can sign up?
Anybody can sign up. That's absolutely right. I mean, it costs money. You're going to be staying at the Mountain House for a weekend.
Yeah, but that sounds like a nice
fun.
weekend. Yeah. So send us information and we will post it in the video, or underneath the video, so people can find out how to register.
Yeah, and then also I think Mohonk, isn't that Lemon Squeeze? The lemon squeeze?
Is Lemon Squeeze.
Yeah, see, we went there earlier on when we were dating.
Able to,
I did the Lemon Squeeze with my family. The lemon squeeze.
That was amazing.
I was really frightened.
Yeah,
I am not a mountain climbing kind of person, and I was wondering how I got talked into it. But I did it.
He's like,
for those who are local and have a chance to make it there, Lemon Squeeze is a really, really nice.
Once you make it up there, you're like, I feel really good.
Oh, absolutely.
The sense of completion is great.
Absolutely.
So lastly, will Puzzlesnacks have a sequel? What are you currently working on that might be coming out soon, other than that?
Puzzlesnacks, I don't think there's going to be a sequel to the published book. Okay. I haven't heard from Simon & Schuster lately. If you're out there, if you want a second book, I'm happy to tell you. Puzzlesnacks.com. I have a store, and I update it. Well, I would say all the time, but this year's been a little slow because of the mystery hunt. But there is a second collection of Puzzle Snacks there. A third one is sitting on my computer waiting for the final proof, and I hope to have that up there in the next couple of weeks. So if you want a collection of 100 more Puzzle Snacks, it's at puzzlesnacks.com, and you can get it. And since I'm plugging my store, I also have there an assortment of kid-friendly print and solve puzzle hunts that start off really easy and then get a little tricky, but not too tricky for a 12-year-old. And those are also a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, guys, definitely check it out, especially when you have kids at home and you want to do some homeschooling or like for side activities for them to do after they come back from school. That's a great choice.
Don't go nowhere because we do have the Cryptic Forward. I'm pretty sure Eric's going to knock this one out the park right away, but you can definitely help him out if he does need it as a lifeline.
I think Lion Tree has a question for him.
Oh, Lion Tree has a question. Yes. Anything particular?
Whoop, everything froze up. Uh-oh. That would translate well into an escape room. Guys, please come back. Did I freeze up or did you guys freeze up?
Oh my goodness, I am so sorry.
And back to our regular scheduled programming.
You didn't just hold on the fort for us?
So that was you guys, not me. I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, I apologize.
Some craziness with our tech issues.
Yeah, we can talk about that once we go off. But one more time, Lion Tree Media, anything in particular that would translate well into an escape room? I don't have the first book yet.
I mean, I love escape rooms, but this is a completely different genre of puzzle. I've been in escape rooms where there has been a word puzzle or two. And as much as I love word puzzles, they seem a little forced when they're in an escape room. I say that enjoy word puzzles, enjoy escape rooms, and I don't think they're going to mix too well. So the short answer to your question, Lion Tree Media, is not really. My puzzles are an entirely separate thing.
Oh, okay. Did you get to tell a joke when we were away?
Can we hear the joke too?
Did I miss it?
Left and came back myself because I didn't know if it was you or me that was having the difficulty.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope the audience enjoy themselves.
Well, audience, thank you for sticking around. We really appreciate that.
But are we ready to bring that message back again for perhaps the audience would like to kind of help us solve that?
We can do that, or we can challenge them to think a drink.
Okay, whichever. Which one would you rather do first?
You want to tackle that Cryptic Forward, or
which one?
Well, what are my choices here?
Challenge. Accept the challenge for think a drink now, or Cryptic Forward, solving the
Cryptic Forward.
Okay.
Is that
all right? So
much more easier choice.
That's quoting her. All right. So what I was able to do is our IT team was able to get the video file so that we can leave it on the screen for you. Let's watch it together.
All right.
And I will pause it on the puzzle.
All right, Puzzlesnacks, the creator of Sultans of Solve here. We have a puzzle for you. It's inspired actually by a puzzle that was in our game, The Clockwinder, but with a new twist for you. It is called Bookends. And essentially, you will find clues. The instructions will be written on the sheet given to you, but you will find clues, and each answer will be a 2-word phrase. And those 2 words.
And then give him the big screen.
Yeah, here you go.
So he can see it better.
I mean, hopefully that made it a little better.
All right.
And you know what? Audience can help too.
I feel like the audiences are ready.
Who has the answers already?
They probably, if my friends are in there, they probably solved it the first time around.
Friends, lifeline.
So a sugary chair, that's a sweet seat.
Okay.
A noiseless nutritional additive. You're adding in a vitamin? No, a noiseless would be silent. A silent, how many letters is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Huh? All right, I don't know that one. Coming up next. An odious octopus is the next one.
How cute is that?
Yeah.
Odious octopus. Actually, odious doesn't. Odorous. Odorous octopus is better.
Odorous octopus.
DOCTO. So
He's just like hammering through these.
a self-assured treasure container is a something chest. A self-assured, confident chest. Confident. So that's NCHE. Weird. I think it's gonna be weird done. No, that's not right. Regal throwing of dice. Huh. Well, throwing a dice is a roll, so I would normally say regal roll, a royal roll. Okay. ROY and then O. Okay. A circular compensation for a job well done. A round reward.
Angela, yes, you are right. It is Royal Roll for number 5. I know there's probably a lag. And Mark, yes, coming through. Royal Roll, Liontree Media.
Yeah. Mark had a hint for you.
Yeah, Mark said something about supplements.
Yeah, that's for number 2. He was asking about the nutrition additive.
W. And then a nationally proud outdoor lunch is a patriotic picnic. PATRI and then PICN. So I guess the one I didn't get, a noiseless nutritional additive.
So Mark says,
I think he's saying silent supplement.
Supplement. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking a nutritional additive to a food, like a vitamin or a nutrient. Anyway, we're well done. You win is what they were going for.
Wow!
Yay! Congratulations! All right, let's remove that and one more time.
You have it. You saw how amazing the puzzle master is at
Eric
work.
Berlin at work.
Now, are you ready for my part?
That was to warm you up. Are you ready for? Are you ready? Basically, are you ready? All right.
This is the drinking game. This is very exciting. In my entire life, I have never participated in a drinking game before.
Okay, well, Puzzlesnacks, you're in for it because we're about to play.
Eat or drink.
Take a drink. Okay, Eric, so what do you have to drink in front of you, sir?
You should know. I mean, your audience should know. I just don't drink alcohol. I never have. So I bought myself a Maine root beer.
You got a root beer.
Your drink is more alcoholic than mine. Even though there's no alcohol.
He has beer in it, at least in the name.
Which brand of root beer is that? I'm sorry.
It's called Maine root beer.
Okay.
Well, look at
this
Let me know how that is.
Statistic for me because I actually don't drink soft drinks anymore either. I don't, I've been cutting sugar out. So this is like my first root beer in I don't know how long. So
I think we were a bad influence on him.
He's gonna get super excited.
All right, so this drink is one of my favorites. This is a new flavor that came out. Well, it's new to me, but I think it is new. I'm also not drinking alcohol today because I'm joining you, sir. This is sparkling ice. I know most of you heard of this, but this is the coconut limeade flavor.
0 sugar.
0 sugar with vitamins and antioxidants.
So
and
healthy.
I love coconut and I love lime.
Yeah.
So get all the questions right.
Yeah. So here, I mean, since you're a hardcore buzzer, I've added some difficult ones today from the crosswords and trivia world. So you're gonna have a mixture. All right.
All right. Are you ready, sir?
Okay.
Okay. So you have 10 seconds from after I ask you the question to answer. If you have it, within a couple, just raise your hand. We'll stop the timer.
Sure.
Okay. So, and if anyone knows, definitely chime in.
Help him out.
First question for you is: in 2018, Mark Bremen I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but
Okay.
it's Bremen Brahman, claimed that he made the hardest crossword puzzle in the world and that it takes an average person 2 years to complete this. How many words are in that puzzle?
We will say 1,000 words.
Oh, sorry, not words, but like the actual answer solutions. Like how many?
Is that not the same thing as words?
Because I thought you meant you were counting the clues as words as well.
No. The
No, he's
words
going
that-
for the
crossword.
words
Okay,
in the crossword puzzle
okay.
are the words that are in the grid of the crossword puzzle.
In the grids, yeah. No,
Okay.
that was kind of.
Well, do you have a bottle opener there? Because you're going to have to open that main
I
root
got it.
there.
We're all set.
The answer is 62.
62.
62 words.
This is the kind of thing. You've set me off.
He's like,
Because
"Oh,
this happens every once in a while where credulous journalists say, wow, this person created the world's hardest crossword puzzle. I can create for you the world's hardest crossword puzzle in about half an hour. It will be no fun at all to solve.
no fun.
Yeah.
Definitely not. I didn't even
That's the
attempt
point.
that.
All right. Well, that's just the first one. We're getting to the second question for you, which is, who is the youngest president of the United States of America?
Is this a trick question?
No.
No?
Because we only have one president of the United States right now, and it is Joe Biden. So currently, he is the youngest president of the United States of America.
Including the past one.
Yeah,
Okay.
of all
Well, you know-
presidents. Sorry. You-
Sorry for the unclarity of the question.
Who was the youngest president ever of the United States of America?
Was it Kennedy or was it Obama? I want to say Kennedy.
Okay. I'm going to drink once, but I'll drink twice if you could tell me how old.
Oh, geez.
Oh, I'm sorry. How old?
When he was inaugurated. I
Yeah.
that's what you mean. Was he as young as? He wasn't as was he 40? I want to say 45.
Ooh, I'll drink twice. You were so close. It's 43.
43.
43. You know, I was
Good.
thinking that, but that seemed just too damn young. Because now I'm
Yeah.
an old person.
That's really good.
All right. Lion Tree Media came through with the answer, 43. Okay. All right. Going on to our third question.
I don't know what happened there.
I don't know what happened there
Did
either.
you cut my question in half?
This is okay.
Oh, no. That is a question.
Okay.
This is a crossword,
This is a crossword
question with 5.
Question. Okay.
Mhm.
It's presented to you as if it was in a crossword puzzle. Strips in a club, 5 letters.
I know this. I think I've seen this clue before.
Okay.
Bacon.
Yeah. Of course he did. That's a fun one.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
a
That was
great
good.
I
one.
even was like, did I write this?
We had to double check and make sure. All right, question number 4. When was the first crossword puzzle published?
Oh, I'm supposed to know this. I think it was 1914.
Wow. That's good.
I'm drinking to that because that's very close.
Yeah.
Do you know where?
It was in the New York World.
New York World. Yeah.
Yeah,
New York World
December
newspaper on December
22nd.
21st,
Uh-huh.
1913.
1913.
Wow.
All right.
Crazy.
You're embarrassed not to know that.
All right, I'm about to finish my drink soon. Our 5th question for you is, what is the rarest M&M color?
He's like, where are these questions jumping from?
Did they make it
Everywhere.
red? I think it's red.
Sis, I think you
You
tricked
got
them.
him with the M&M question?
Yeah. The rarest M&M color is brown.
Brown? I thought that was the most common one.
That is
That's
the
so
rarest.
strange.
Yeah.
I guess it's been a while since I've had M&Ms. I could have sworn that was maybe they changed the
Oh,
proportions.
Mark C came with the answer. Brown, yes.
I don't
know. All right, we do have a wait, did he drink? Make sure you
Oh,
check.
yeah, I drink.
He has to drink this root beer.
Absolutely.
All right, we have a bonus question for you because you're doing really well and we want to get you to drink some more root beer. What is the only edible fruit What is the only edible food that never goes bad?
I believe it's honey.
Yes. Give him the applause.
Too good. I tried.
Yeah.
I had to Google a lot of those.
She definitely was like, I gotta
Because
prepare.
mostly my questions are pretty painful to creators. They'll tell you.
You got me on the M&M one. I was very surprised.
He's like, I'll never forget brown M&Ms for now.
Oh my goodness.
Well, thank you, Eric. I hope our audience enjoyed the puzzles and trivia today. And hopefully you'll be able to use these knowledge you earned one day to win a competition in the future. You never know.
Yeah.
And remember, you can enter for raffle to win 6 months subscription to Eric's Puzzlesnacks by entering the phrase, "Send me on a puzzle coaster." You can do it now or on our YouTube channel if you watch it there afterwards. Also, remember to find these hidden numbers and letters. It's a little too soon before that you did that to win Mobile Escape's 12 episode bundle or gift card of the same value. There's one in each episode, 50 to 69. So remember to capture those. And next Friday, our guest is promoting exactly the opposite of Puzzlesnacks because they are don't eat puzzles.
Yeah. So Eric is promoting to eat the puzzles, and
there we go.
Our guest
Don't eat
next
puzzles.
week
Yes.
is promoting to not eat the puzzles.
So I hope we'll be able to solve that. Please pronounce that tablet.
Antikythera.
Tara.
The Antikythera tablets.
Yeah, before we come on the show, because he did say that it was going to be like at least a 9-hour solve.
Well, we're gonna do a live play, right?
Yeah, we're gonna try. So we're gonna do a live play. So watch out for that video after if you want spoilers on or help on solving that if you have that game. Yeah. So that is we solve it. I still don't know if we're gonna be able to
We're gonna try. That's
but before we say goodbye, Eric, do you have a message for Don't Eat Puzzles?
If you do, I'm gonna remove the banners temporarily. And
let you present that.
And I'm going to give you the entire screen. And you can address this to Don't Eat Puzzles. Say this is the cryptic forward and take it away.
All right. Hello, Don't Eat Puzzles. I guess you are my mortal enemy since I am Puzzlesnacks. I have a puzzle for you. Take a 7-letter word, a common 7-letter word. If you drop the first letter and the last letter, the 5 letters that remain will be a pair of opposites. What is the 7-letter word?
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to.
The cogs are just starting. I'm not even the target, but
I can give you guys a hint that you can pass on to them if they get stuck.
All right, we'll do that after the show.
Let's do that.
Yeah, we definitely don't
want to give it all away.
All right.
But thank you guys so much for joining us today. We will see you next Friday, same time, 4 p.m. if you want to know the answer to that. And for the rest of you guys, enjoy a lovely weekend and stay cool.
Bye, everybody. Stay safe out there.
Thanks so much.
Bye.